guys, welcome back. So today we are going to be putting out the Christmas lights and the Christmas tree with me. As you can see, Christmas lights. It says Christmas lights. So, yep, I hope we get to do this together. And I hope it's fun. So guys, if you know me, you know that this is the day that I live for. Literally, I live for this moment because I love Christmas. It is the time for me. And I cannot wait to have kids so that they hopefully fall in love with Christmas decorations and all that stuff. So I think I have 2 trees. Or 1 tree? Not too sure what's going on here, but oh my gosh, you guys! Just realized I don't have. There's something missing. So guys, I just learned that I don't have everything as I thought I actually did. I moved places. I was staying at school and recently moved out. Well, not recently, but not so recently, but I don't remember actually saying the things when I moved, but I'm just finding out that the decorations I actually thought I had are not here. Hola, guys. I don't have anything, so I guess I'll just add things on slowly. It is Advent after all. It's not Christmas Day as yet, so yeah, I guess I'll just have to order some of the remaining stuff and see how it goes. Guys, can you just imagine for a moment if there was a little person to help me with all of this? As excited as excited as I am to actually be doing this, guys, I think that would be very nice. Yeah, guys, as I was saying, you know, I think lately, I have been so bothered. I've been trying to get out of the season of my life so much, like just in every facet of my life. In terms of my career, I've been wishing I was well ahead already. In terms of my vocation, I've been wishing I were married already, and I've been, you know, low-key wishing I was actually someone's wife already. And in terms of, you know, my own development as a person, I've been hoping and wishing I've been hoping and wishing I was somewhere else already. And so I think today was just a very interesting day for me, because during my preparations to go to church today, Jesus just said to me, you know, you're not actually enjoying where you are right now in life, and you're going to miss it so much because you're not enjoying this season. So when this season is finally over and the things that you've been wishing for actually happen, you won't be as excited as you probably would have been, because you have been trying to wish away every single thing that was happening around you at the time it was happening. So initially I felt like, no, Jesus, I mean, you can't just attack me like that. But I did realize, you know, the point, the sense in all of it, you know. Lately, I've been wishing life was very different from what it actually is at the moment. But I have had, obviously, to realize, I had to realize this morning, that, you know, there's beauty even in the season of life, you know. There's beauty even in the things I'm trying to wish away, and there's beauty even in the things that I just wish were so different. There's beauty, and the presence of God is here. Like, right now, this is where God wants me to be, and it's beautiful. There's beauty in it, and there's the presence of God in it, and I've just not been realizing it like that, because actually guys, it's two. No, it's one. Is it? Let me see if there's a place to connect this thing, because there should be a place to actually like add this thing on. Okay, I cannot see it, but there should be a, oh, there is. Found it, guys. Found it. It's gonna be nice and long. So I was saying, you know, there's a beauty in every season, and even if we don't actually see it, or if we try to wish everything away, there's so much beauty in everything that's not right, or in our own minds, in everything that's not going right. There's God's presence, there's God's anointing in that period, and if we try to leave those seasons so quickly, we will actually miss the bigger blessing. And you know, just this morning, Jesus said to me, you know, once you actually get married, that's it. Like, there is no, oh my, this is my space, you know, because you are one person. Literally, the two of you become one person. You have to merge your lives into this life that you're going to live together as a married couple. And I just realized, you know, there's so much that I actually haven't done for myself as an individual that I would like to tackle and do as a person, without being supervised, without being looked at, you know, just to do my own thing, my own way, without anyone else looking at me and saying, oh, okay, maybe you should do it this way, or maybe you're doing it wrongly. And so I just realized, you know, there's beauty right now. There's beauty right now. And I'm sharing this because I know, because a lot of people have mentioned to me, a lot of people have also shared this with me, that, you know, they just wish things were really different from what they are right now. And I guess the sad thing is that we wish these moments away, and then the moment we actually get what we were wishing we had, we actually wish, oh my gosh, take me back. And so God is not in the past, God is not in the future, God is right here. He's right here right now. The moment of God's encounter in your life right now is not in your future. Let me rephrase. The moment of God's encounter in your life is not in your future. God is above time. God is not bound by time. But the moment where you are going to encounter God's love is actually not it's not in your future necessarily, it's not in your past, it's right now. And so this temptation to wish the past was actually going on now, or to wish the future was actually your situation now, is a lie from the devil. You know, it's the devil keeping us distracted from all the beautiful things God is doing now. Because when you're so interested in, you know, being at a particular place in your life, you actually stop counting the blessings that are in your life right now. You stop seeing all the beautiful things that God is actually doing in your life. You stop seeing all the amazing things that are happening now, and you keep your eyes focused on where you want to go. And when you get there, you realize, crap, I probably should just have enjoyed my life when I was at that point. One of my favorite priests, Father Eustace Siame, he said the other day in his devotional in his goodnight devotional message, he said, he said, you know, I had an interview with God, and I was asking God, you know, God, what is it that really fascinates you about humanity? And God said, what fascinates me is how much we actually care about what doesn't matter at a particular point. For instance, we as human beings, we go out of our way. We actually we destroy our own health. We damage our own health, and we say, no, sleep is for the weak. No, get money. Sleep is for the people who are not doing anything in their lives. You know, paper knows no time. Paper knows no sleep. Yada yada yada. You know, and then we go out of our way to actually spend all the money we've accumulated later on to get into better shape, to be healthier. We spend a lot of time working so hard and frustrating our bodies and overworking our bodies, and then we actually we destroy our body so much that all the money we've accumulated goes to buying back good health. Or how we rush so much to get to a particular phase in our lives, and when we finally get there, we're like, take me back, you know. So I think at the end of the day, we just need to, it's something that I realized today because you just mentioned it to me, so I'm just sharing it with you now as we're doing this thing, because it's Advent. And you know, in your life too, I don't know if you do this, but I know a lot of people do it. I mean, I do it too. I'm not saying I'm like the yardstick, but I'm just saying like a lot of people do this. So I know it's very common because I've also heard a lot of people saying it. You know, you are where you are meant to be in your life. If you are really trying your best and doing all that God says you should do, then you really are where you're meant to be in your life. And you know, speaking of where God wants you to be, today, and like today's second reading, I think it comes from 1 Corinthians chapter 1 verses 3 to 9. And St. Paul tells us, he says, God is faithful, so faithful that in all that he calls us to do, he would never forsake us. And so, you know, it's just, if God has called you to do something in particular, it basically just means, guys, God is not stupid. God is so faithful, so much that if he has called you to something, he will give you all the strength you need. He will do all that, you know, needs to be done. He will help you do all that needs to be done. So, yeah. Don't worry, okay? Don't you worry. I'm just trying to figure out, okay, I was thinking maybe this thing broke. I'm actually realizing it did not. And since I mentioned that I don't actually know where the other decorations are, or maybe I do, I'll have to check later on when I'm off camera. But anyway, guys, I just thought, you know, I just want you to know, if you're really trying your best to do what God tells you to do, if you're really trying your best to be where God says you must be, and you know, if you're really doing all you can to be faithful to God's calling, then I want you to know that you don't need to be worried. You don't need to be worried at all, because God knows exactly what you're going to get later on. And so, yeah, all you need to do is just be patient and be hopeful in the faith that God is faithful. You know, that's just all you need to do. You just need to remember that God is faithful. So if there's one thing you probably do not know about me that my family knows about me, or my close friends, is that I am very terrible at undoing notes. And not only like in the physical, like the physical type of notes, but even in terms of emotional notes and problems. I would rather break something than untie it. I break plastic bags. I break notes when I can. When I can, I break it. And I've noticed that this is something I've had to try and work on, even in my own spiritual life and my own friendships and relationships with people. I've noticed, well, beforehand, I noticed that it was so much harder for me to actually sit through things and work things out. Yes, it was so hard for me to work things out, because the moment things got too complicated for me, or the moment in general, when things get too complicated for me, my first instinct is to actually just cut it off and whatever. And I've had to realize and learn that, you know, at times we need to be patient and undo things, especially when you're on camera and you just want things to go well. So yeah, but in my own life, as a human being, I have noticed this one thing about myself. I guess self-awareness has led me to realizing that I used to break things a lot instead of actually undoing them. So much that when I was about 14, a certain young lady, she was my schoolmate, and she said to me, Yasha, do not break what can be undone. And I tell you that advice has, it has stuck in my head. It has been in my head ever since that day. And yeah, I've tried to listen to it. I'm not always faithful, but at times it works. So how do you actually work with your lights? Do you go from top to bottom or from bottom to top? Because I think logically speaking, I think that I will go. Wait a minute, let's see if I can adjust this thing so that we do this together. Okay. I think I will go top first. I will go top first. Okay, so if you remember when we started the video, I did mention that I don't know where the other decorations are. So I guess I'll be back with a part 2 to finish off, guys. Maybe. Just maybe. Just maybe. And also, guys, I just thought we would just talk about how expensive Christmas stuff actually is. Like, why is this not ripping people off? Because it happens. Christmas comes once a year. And so, okay, well, but most of the things are durable. So I just answered my own question. If you did not know, guys, I'm actually an economics student. And I write about economics as well. Currently waiting to get into grad school. So as I do that, I've just decided to make use of my abilities to talk. And I would have really loved to have a podcast, but I noticed when I tried to do that, their time schedules and people's schedules and people's time zones just kept they just kept colliding, so I couldn't exactly do what I wanted to do. So yeah, okay guys, I feel like it's so weird when you actually have to do this on camera. But anyway, we'll just do it because that was the whole idea. I don't know what else to talk about next, guys. But I feel like it would be very nice if we just talked about, if we talked about how as Christians, we're going to die one day. And we need to be prepared to die at any time. Because, yeah, we are going to die. There's no two ways about it. If you are human and you are alive, you're going to die, because that's the point. You are born so that one day you go back home, you go back to God. And so if you've got a fear of death, perhaps ask yourself why you're so scared of death, because it's not the end. It really is not the end. And yeah, I guess Christmas is a very good time to reflect on the fact that okay, so with Advent, right? Forgive me, I should have shared this from the very beginning. In the Catholic liturgy right now, it's Advent. The 4 weeks leading up to Christmas are called Advent. Advent basically means preparation. So we are preparing for Jesus' birthday, for Jesus' birth in our hearts. And so during Advent, it's more like Lent. If you remember when we did the whole Lenten thing, we did Lent. When we had Lent is there to prepare our hearts for Easter, and Advent is here to prepare our hearts for Christmas. So yeah, Advent is here now, And the whole point of having Advent is so that we can prepare our hearts and make space for Jesus as he comes into, you know, our hearts during Christmas. And so I think the most important thing to remember would be, you know, when you've got a guest coming over to your house, you clean the house, you make order, you make sure it's presentable and nice and all that. So same thing, guys. Jesus is coming into the houses of our hearts. And so the best thing we can do is just open our hearts, open ourselves up to the grace of God and to his goodness, and who he is. And yeah, guys, I guess until I find the other decorations, we will just have to make do with what we have. I think you can like adjust the lighting types. Oh, I hope so. I thought it would have like color. But anyway, the last time I had red and gold designs and jingle bells and all that stuff. So this was gonna look very busy with it looked very busy with the gold and the yellow and with the gold and the red and all that stuff. So I guess I'll just look for something as busy and we can see how things go. It was very nice to chat with you guys. I hope you got something from the chit chat. I was just going on about all things, but I did really enjoy putting this up. It was a half done job. I hope you have a lovely day, guys. Mwah!